Hello and welcome back to LBG Reviews. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Now, if you've been around my channel for any time, or if you just scroll through my videos, you'll see I'm a cozy gamer. I occasionally talk about more high-intensity games, but for the most part, I tend to go for more relaxing things. That said, today is not going to be one of those days. For those of you who was expecting a relaxing game, Winterborough today, I realized that I had forgotten that I was promised to make a video about Echo Point Nova after the Kirby Air Riders video. So we're doing Echo Point Nova. Winterborough will be next week. Anyways, Echo Point Nova is not one of those games. Not one of those cozy, relaxing games. I had gotten a request a few months back. I don't know if the person who asked for it is still paying attention to my channel anymore, but you know who you are, and I'm here talking about Echo Point Nova now. So, Echo Point Nova is a movement-based first-person shooter exploration and open-world game where basically you play as somebody who was originally sent down to the surface of a planet to conduct research, but your ship got blown to pieces by mercenaries that have taken over the planet. You gradually explore the open world around you, recovering your equipment, which gives you access to more movement possibilities or various new forms of combat, which can lead into new movement possibilities. Then, as you go along, you have to go to various important points of interest in this planet to basically perform scans on them, while fighting off waves of mercenaries. Like, you gain access to like a grappling hook, and like it allows you to grapple onto clouds and things. Like, it is a lot of fun. Now, up front, let me explain part of why I don't really talk about shooters on my channel. Okay, I am legally blind, which means I know my channel trailer kind of touches on it, but not everybody watches the channel trailer. But my channel trailer touches on it a little bit. I am legally blind. That is what the L and the B stand for in LBG Reviews. What that means is I can see. I've got fairly limited vision. I can see clearly 3 feet in front of me without glasses on, 5 feet in front of me with glasses on, but even then, it's not the greatest vision. And because of that, my reaction time has never fully been that great. For a lot of games, when there's like visual cues for dodging something, a lot of the times I actually end up using audio cues. Like, even if there's a visual cue that telegraphs to a lot of people, hey, this is when you're supposed to dodge. This is when like you're supposed to get an attack in here. Or maybe like, hey, maybe don't try dodging this, maybe try blocking this, parrying this, whatever. For a lot of those visual cues, yeah, I might see the visual cue, but for me, my vision, basically, with how limited my vision is, my mind can grasp onto audio cues a lot better than visual cues. And actually, part of why it's taken me this long to make this video is because my Steam Deck crapped out on me the other week. Had to get a new one. And basically, what had happened was the audio card on, because I had like an original Steam Deck, one of the ones that was released before 2023. Like, I've had this thing for a while. Because of that, I could not easily find replacement parts without going onto eBay and different things. I had been saving up some money. Originally, I was planning on buying a PlayStation 5 because there were some PlayStation games that sounded interesting to me. But I looked at it, I realized I've almost got the money I've almost got the money for a PlayStation. But then I looked at it and it's like, but I'm closer to being able to afford a OLED Steam Deck. So, got the OLED Steam Deck, hooked it up, it's working wonderfully, and now I'm able to go back to playing Echo Point Nova. But anyways, because of my reliance on audio cues, that means that I couldn't really play Echo Point Nova too well unless I played it on PC, which, for me, shooter games and just like a lot of games in general, like there are handfuls of genres and like different categories of games where I'm like, this plays better on like a computer screen or monitor, or there are games where like, say, Echo Point Nova, Hollow Knight Silksong, and a lot of other games like that, even though I know that like monitors would be better for first person shooters because like even I know my laptop can support 144 hertz, like even though I know that, it just doesn't feel right to me to be playing a shooter on mouse and keyboard. The hand motions are too quick and complex. I enjoy the feeling of pulling down a trigger to shoot a guy in a shooter, you know? But anyways, that's why I don't really talk about shooters. Reaction time and basically that makes like all my audio cue stuff makes playing shooters hard for me a lot of the time. That being said, Echo Point Nova is a shooter that actually has a lot of really cool accessibility settings. I can tell you straight up, I'm not going to be able to really touch on nearly all of them. Because like you've got things ranging from adjusting what type of aim assist you want, whether or not your gun automatically just has a laser pointing at where you'll be shooting, whether or not allies have an outline around them, whether or not activating your hoverboard is a toggle or a hold. Like there, I'll just flash on screen right now a snippet of me scrolling through the accessibility settings of this game, because like the settings menu is incredible. So many different ways to customize your experience to make it more enjoyable for you. So to whoever asked me to play Echo Point Nova and talk about it on the channel, thank you. Originally, this game was not on my radar because, like I said, I don't really play shooters that much. But after you asked about it, here we are. And honestly, I think that more games should take notes from, like, say, Kirby Air Riders, Echo Point Nova, and a lot of the other games that I've talked about that have, like, vast arrays of accessibility settings. Because, yeah, like, some of these accessibility settings take a little more effort to add in, but the effort is worth it because it means that more people can enjoy the game because, hey, I can actually make use of this, or hey, I don't necessarily need that, but this also has a side effect that I really do appreciate. Like, there have been some Metroidvanias and things that basically, like, some of them like have settings to adjust like parry timings. And although the parry timing adjustment is great, what that also tends to do, like, so I've encountered games that also have like adjustments for like adjusting how many invincibility frames you have. So yeah, great game. We'll be talking about Winterboro next week, a cozy survival game. See you guys then. Bye.